Good morning, everyone. It's Friday now, so we're right at the end of the week. It's been a quiet week, but we're still positive and happy in the yard. At the moment, the beet harvest is in the workshop. Chaps have just been going through that, making sure that it's good to go once we hit the main bulk of harvesting season. We've lifted about 12 acres so far. Actually probably a little bit more than that. 3 different customers. We've done some of their beet, but before we kind of get into the main bulk of it, just want to run through the machine, make sure it's going to last the season. So we'll change a few filters, etc., but also go through the tines and make sure that everything's set up properly. Any things that are looking like they need to be replaced or get replaced, get fixed, get welded up. Will's actually just headed into Exeter to get another bottle of gas for the welder because we ran out, so he's headed in there. Chaps are currently just having breakfast, and Flyn is out already trimming some local hedges, so we'll catch up with him as well. And yeah, we'll see what else we're up to for today. Obviously, yeah, it's been a quiet week, but it's kind of been a week that we needed in order to be able to save a lot of time and get ourselves ready for what's coming in the next few weeks. Yeah, we've got a rough plan in our heads of what beet we're taking off first, and potentially being able to get to work in those fields straight away and get something else, get another crop drilled in the ground. So watch this space. Hopefully that'll mean there's quite a lot more to show you as well, which will be good. I don't want you to get bored of me. So when I was doing my introduction there, I could actually hear Flynn. He's about half a mile away from the yard, just doing this road hedge on the right hand side if we're looking at it. It's been knocked right back. Reasonably narrow road that always seems to get quite overgrown. As always, a bit of traffic behind him. Looks like he's just doing his final swipe, and that hedge will be done. There's a lot of hedges at this time of year where once they're done, you realise all these tight roads where you've got to pull in to let cars pass, there's actually more than enough room for cars to pass each other once the hedges are cut. So it's quite nice driving around after everyone's been out trimming. So from there, Flynn will work his way along here, doing his best not to hit the road sign there, work his way along this road hedge. Bit of traffic to contend with here. He'll work his way along this road hedge, and then once he's done this field, back to the yard to get further instruction on which block to head to next, I believe. So in the workshop this morning, beet harvest has been in. Obviously takes up most of the workshop. They've been in here giving it its annual service in terms of filters, etc., and all that with the engine, oil changes and everything, making some adjustments just to make sure all the guards, all the tines and everything are where they need to be, so that we're not dropping any beet. So between Will, Tony and Folly, they've been doing that. If I just come around here, they've replaced some rollers on the elevator at the back, just to make sure that elevator is working properly. I think they've been checking the flights just to basically make sure it's all running smoothly and we're not going to be losing any beet through any beet for any gaps in the machine, and we're making sure that we're digging everything we possibly can. We're definitely better off doing this kind of work now, before we're halfway through harvest and in the middle of a really muddy field, trying to fix issues that could have been solved before we started. So that is what today's been about. Just to give you an update from the washer, Andrew, Harry and Josh have been up here. They've replaced a bearing in here and in here, and then reconnected this chain on the table. And this, if I show you from the other side, basically you've got your hopper here that you feed into, and this drags away everything that falls out the slats, bits of beet and bits of mud and stone, pushes everything that way, ends up on the floor, as some of you will have seen. So replaced these bearings, got the chains back on. So I said earlier that we had done the filters, etc., but we're going to drain the oil and replace that. Get it going, get the trommel going inside. Just try and make sure everything's running smoothly as it should be before we start washing. We've had a look at the elevator here, and those of you that have watched from earlier on this year know that this web caused a few problems at the start of the year. It is on its last legs, so the likelihood is that a brand new web will have to be ordered at some stage, because it's got multiple joins in it. So at the moment, just going to run it through. You can see that they have started up earlier, and there is a pile of crap that's come out through the machine from underneath. But yeah, she lives, and we'll run her for a bit, drop the oil out of it and change that over. One of you asked yesterday whether it's fodder beet or sugar beet that we grow. We grow fodder beet varieties of beet. That goes to both dairy farmers and to the local AD plant. So we tend to sell some straight off the field, some delivered whole, and then the AD plant, obviously there's the washer chopper here, and they feed it once it's been washed and chopped. So we've now got the feed elevator going as well, as I mentioned earlier. This table, so they're running smoothly too. And this loading elevator now, we've got that one running. You can see all the rollers are on there. It's as prepared as it can be, but we're under no illusions that at some point this washing season it will cause us a problem, which, well, it's never quite as much of a disaster when you know that at some stage it's coming, but it'll be a guarantee that it will come at exactly the wrong time. So we're just gonna drop all the oil out. Andrew's just showing you there. Collect that up and then swap it out for some fresh oil. How many hours did it do last year, Harry?
270.
About 270 hours were put on it last year.
273.
273. Those 3 hours can make all the difference.
And a bird's nest.
And Andrew wanted me to point out that in the engine bay there's a bird's nest that we found. You know it's a slow content day when Andrew's so desperate for you to get the bird's nest onto YouTube, because there's not really a lot else to show you. after a full week of trimming, Flyn's obviously got to give the old girl a wash off. Questionable attire for the time of year, I know, but he likes to show off his legs. That's what he told me. Give the people what they want to see. So we'll call it a day there. Chaps are still up in the workshop at the moment. Will's just taking a nick. Chaps are still up in the workshop at the moment, working on the beet harvester, and Andrew, Harry and Josh aren't back yet from the washer either. See, Flyn's still busy washing his tractor, but we'll call it a day there for today and this week's videos. We'll take this opportunity to say happy birthday to Will tomorrow. He's really excited about it. He's 22 again tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Definitely be a busier week next week. We've kind of just about got through this week, trying my best to bring you something interesting. So thanks for sticking around, and see you next week.